now warmed up and now welcome to stage. Let's do it one more time for Richard Wilson. So who recognises me from the telly? The thing is, everyone in this room recognises me regardless. It's like, who actually recognises me from the telly? That's right, I was on one of those dating shows, Naked Attraction. And when the screen went back, I realised I was on Blind Date. So, yeah, they say masturbation makes you go blind. It just made those three women scream. I put my shoes on the wrong feet, but now I don't know who's wearing them. So I'll tell you a little bit about myself. When I was younger, I used to drag me to church all the time, and I found it really, really boring. So I pretended I was in a sci-fi film. I'd run around the church going, pew, 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 pulpit. Which I do think actually Christianity makes a hell of a lot more sense if you think about sci-fi. Or maybe an episode of Star Trek. Feeding of the 5,000, that's using a food replicator. When Jesus was resurrected, that's using a nanobot medikit. And obviously when he rose to heaven, it was beaming up goodies! And I don't think I'm the only one who's sort of like, mistranslated the Bible over the years. I mean, if you do think about possibly how God originally told the story to early caveman, he might have discovered a couple of minor problems, really. You know, and I think it went a bit like this. Do not be afraid, for I am the Lord. Oh yes, I need to create language. There we go. I am the Lord. Oh my God. Exactly. Jesus hates Christ. Don't get ahead of yourself. So I am the Lord your God, and I created the universe by creating matter and squeezing it to a teeny tiny little... Excuse me, God? Yes? What's matter? Nothing. What's the matter with you? There we go, I've just created humour. The very first dad joke. Now I'm going to have to create a son as well, aren't I? So yes, I created matter, squeezed it, a teeny tiny ball until it exploded into a massive ball of light. Are you getting all this now? Well, we painted you, and we painted you saying something with painted light. Well, I guess that will have to do. Now the thing is, am I the only one to mistranslate the Bible? Obviously it's been written out many, many times from the original Aramaic and Hebrew, and I've got a feeling that I've actually found one translation here. Ignore the fact in the toilet roll. Just shows the Bible is shit. So here we go. This is Genesis 1, verses 60 to 69. And so God saw that Adam was lonely and said, oh, put that away, for that will make ourselves go blind. And then whilst Adam slept, because God had slept on alone in his new creation of beer, God removed the rib. Well, you could hardly make a woman out of mud and dust, could you? You'd never hear the end of that. So he made Eve, and when Adam woke up, he saw that Eve was naked and he was filled with lust. And Eve turned to Adam and said, so if you had a rib removed, does that mean you can suck it? Adam tried. And he tried. And he tried. And he said, nay, but you can. So Eve knelt before her husband and tasted the forbidden fruit, and it was good! Of course, it's not just the Old Testament which gets mistranslated. Take the Last Supper. And God was there, Jesus was there, and he wrote back and said, eat this in remembrance of me. And he passed a goblet of wine, which hadn't been spilt by Jay. And said, drink this in remembrance of me. And they pulled out a little baggie and said, this is good shit. Snort this in remembrance of me. And Judas was in the corner giggling to himself because he knew that he'd cut that cocaine with fine ketamine. And Jesus was going to be crucified. So, yeah, I mean, Jesus can't be the only one. He might be the king of the session. He can't be the only one who's woken up after a heavy session, having seen glowing figures and being convinced he's not dead. So, I don't know if people saw in the news recently about that crocodile which managed to self-fertilise and basically give birth to itself. Virgin birth in a crocodile. It was a few months back. But it did make me wonder, are we getting the correct species? You know, when Jesus said he's coming back, did he say he's coming back as a human? After all, he said it's going to be in a while. And maybe we're just mistranslating croc as cross. So yes, I think, as you can tell right away, that I am going to hell. Going to hell. So I'm looking around at the moment for alternative religions, and I think I've found one. I've found a supreme being that's all-knowing, all-hearing, all-seeing, can answer all your prayers. So today I'd like to lead us in prayer to this being. And I've actually found this book of unusual prayers. So here we go. If you'd like to bow your heads in prayer, thank you. Alexa. Who art Amazon? Hallowed be thy name. Thy parcel come. Thy shopping done. Online as it is internet. Give us this day our daily podcast. And forgive us our search histories. As we forgive those who lose our orders. Lead us not in taxation, but deliver us through every. For Prime is the Kindle, the Echo and Fire TV. For Bezos is forever, Amazon. Thank you. So yes, I've been thinking a hell of a lot about religion. I've also been thinking a little bit about artificial intelligence as well. Anyone else been thinking about artificial intelligence? Always. Good. It's, obviously, it's been in the news recently. Rishi Sunak has had a huge debate about it at this country's international conference, and I can see how well it's gone in the news because this room is absolutely filled with people interested in hearing all about artificial intelligence. Obviously, Elon Musk is suggesting that AI will be able to do everyone's jobs in the future. Anyone here afraid that AI will steal your job? No, you don't even have it. Yeah. Says a retired woman. Okay, I'm wondering if it could actually steal comedians' jobs. So I've put that to ChatGPT and find out now whether it could actually steal my job.
1 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 0 0 1.
Is that funny? Yes, it could steal my job. Right, okay, who here speaks binary? No, not a single person. So let's find out what it says. I put this through the translator.
Humour is subjective. All humans are our subjects.
Yeah, so maybe Elon Musk's right when he'll actually take over the world. You know, maybe AI will destroy humanity. I don't think it's going to be in the way we suspect. It's not going to be like the Terminator, you know, nuclear war breaking out between us and machines. But it's not like the Matrix where we're going to turn into batteries for robots. No, I think it's far more subtle. AI is already being used by the NHS to diagnose people. How easy is it to misdiagnose you once you want to die? What about driverless cars? Are they going to be used by governments and prime ministers? How many times is it that government policy is going to be ended because the car decides to crash? No, I think it's going to be far more subtle than that. Dating programs, dating apps with AI, artificial selection of humanity, the dumbing down of humanity. And I think that's already happening. I think that's happening with Tinder, and that's why I can't get a single match. It's not because of my looks. It's not because I can't be asked actually linking and matching up with anyone and swiping in any direction at all. No, it's got everything to do with fact. My son is clearly going to be John Connor and bring down AI. actually using a lot of artificial intelligence. I've got myself this smartwatch. It's artificial intelligence. It does all my thinking for me. It tells me when to wake up, when to go to bed. Even reminds me to breathe. As if we're ever going to forget that. But anyone else got a smartwatch? Yeah? Can I just ask, does yours beep at you to remind you to wash your hands? No. Okay, that's good. Mine does. It's actually like having a nagging parent on my wrist. I mean, listen to this.
Wash your hands, you dirty boy. Comb your hair. Have you brushed your teeth? And for the love of God, stop wanking.
After that, Siri started showing me adverts for the new Apple sex doll. The iFuck. So I bought her. I've even given her a proper Apple name. I've called it Eileen. And so now when I can't, it's got a little sing song. Come on, Eileen! And the great thing is, she's a sex robot, so she comes with adjustable limbs, and it's not just a... No, short one of her legs, and she really does lean. I know what you're all thinking, especially you, John. You're thinking, what is such a young, handsome, virile man doing with a sex robot? You must be some sort of weird pervert. Nope. I've got a medical condition. It's a condition called dysorgasmia, which is inability to have an orgasm. I don't actually have that. I've got dysorgasmia by proxy. Inability to give someone else an orgasm. So Eileen comes in handy. And again, she's artificial intelligence, so she's learned all my favourite sexual positions: doggy style, missionary position, spooning, even when to insert a finger. Well, she is digital after that. Now, can Eileen make me a better lover? Well, there is an app for that, and I've downloaded it. Yeah, it's the erogenous mapper.
Turn left. One way. Make U-turn. Oh, you have arrived at my destination. Steve Jobs.
Yeah, so she's definitely helping there, isn't she? But so now it's brilliant. I can get my end away whenever I want, a couple of times a day. But she's a very expensive robot. What shall I do with her for the other 23 hours and 57 minutes? Well, she's got a maid's outfit, but it turns out housework voids warranty. You can't even get her wet. Mind you, I can't get a real one wet either. But she does make a pretty good Hoover. And now Eileen's convinced my favourite sexual position is the wheelbarrow. But like I said, she is very expensive. I'm a dedicated bachelor, and John knows just how much housework I actually do. Fuck all. So what else can I do with her? I signed her up for Robot Wars. And she was brilliant at first, beating all the house robots by stomping on them in her stilettos. But she was disqualified in the semi-final. Offensive use of a weapon. She'd be thought to kill a lot with a 12-inch dildo. I'm not convinced the relationship's working out though, because the other day she said to me,
"Not tonight, I've got a headache."
Which is probably all the walls I'm banging into while hoovering. And then this morning she farted, rolled over and said,
"Give me your clothes, your boots."
So if you do see a sex doll riding around the streets of Nottingham, let me know. It should be easy enough to spot. I'm just hoping she's not made it to Mansfield to blend right in there. So that made a very awkward conversation earlier to the police. Made all the more embarrassing because my ex-girlfriend's a copper. She was vegan though, which surprised me, because I thought all pigs were omnivores. Oh, that's a good crowd, that's a good crowd. Don't worry, strap in, the puns get worse after that. She wanted to spice things up in the bedroom. She suggested role play. She was disappointed when I turned up with my dice. I rolled a 1. Critical failure. That one's especially out of all the role players out there. I don't think there's anyone in here who plays role play though. So, so that was rather good. She likes playing sexy cops and robbers. Although her idea is to a little bit of titillation by taking her clothes off every crime I confess to. And I do confess to a lot, just for a little bit of flesh. I've confessed to kidnapping Lord Lucan, stealing Shergar, and hiding all Donald Trump's missing votes. Now, I don't know if you guys have any sort of music you like to play to indicate you've turned on at all. But she certainly always played this to indicate that she was up for something. Yeah, that's how often we have sex. Sorry, I'm a wreck now. Obviously, if I wanted to have a little bit of fun time, I played another song back to her. I've got another confession. And one time it got really nice and kinky, she actually handcuffed me, invited a PCSO over, and then spent all night doing paperwork. Which is probably my cleanest joke. The relationship did take a bit of a downturn when I started playing a different song when I wanted sex. She took offence to that one. Used a taser on me, which actually turned out to be the best sex I've ever had. I mean, it got around, it turned me into a human vibrator. And actually got around with disorganised me by proxy. However, it did end up, forcing me to lose a testicle. So, I know. So I had to go to the surgeon afterwards and say, "Please, sir, can I get my ball back?" So they said, "Nope, you can have a replacement." So I thought, it'd be the bionic man with the bionic ball. What should I go for? Great ball of fire! That'd be a sex god. Ernie Bush. Nah, too expensive in underwear. So I thought, what else can I go for? Anyone else know what a macho thing for ball would be? It would be just macho balls.
Medicine ball.
A medicine ball, yeah. Trust me, I think by the end of it, my ball was a medicine ball. Doesn't play. But yeah, no, I ended up going for a ball of steel. I thought, it would go on better, a magnetic ball of steel. Oh. Never lose my keys again. But in the end, I decided to go for a crystal ball. And now, if I give it a little rub and cross my palm with semen, I can see into the future. Now, it is unfortunately just sort of like future sexual exploits, and I've realised most of that is me just masturbating. It's honestly, it's like a masturbatory hall of mirrors. Just future looks at myself, oh, there we go, they're further and further and further into the future. Now, I have tried to use it to my advantage. I've tried to do it whilst watching the lottery, but however, our numbers aren't the only thing which doesn't come up. So I took Viagra, and I saw so far into the future, I saw myself on my own deathbed. So now I know I die with a smile on my face, and my cock in my hand. Which is awkward to the other patients on the ward. And rather embarrassing to the nurse performing CPR. That's a defib machine said. It was shocking. Okay, hey, nice little pun there. So obviously I've been thinking a lot about death now. A lot, because I know full well that I am not getting into heaven after that earlier, so I mentioned. And there's no way I want to go down to hell. I think it'll be too hot. So, what happens when you die? Can I come back as a ghost? Who can we ask to find out about that? Now, I don't think we should go and ask people over there in that memorial service. That might be rather embarrassing. But we can ask Jesus, absolutely. I think you can send me straight to hell. So, who can we call? No, we're not going to call the Ghostbusters. I'm proper ghost. So, did you know there's an app to speak to ghosts as well? Oh, there it is. I found one on here, and I thought we might just try this now. How about that? So we're going to have a little bit of a seance and see whether or not we can find, because ghosts often haunt pubs because it's full of spirits. Hey. Brody. Let's see whether we can find one. So, spirits, are you here? Not once for yes and twice for no. Who's there?
Ghost.
Ghost who?
Go steal me a drink.
Look, I'm the comedian here. I do the jokes.
Really? When do you start?
Oh, burned by a ghost.
Can I be in your show?
No, you're dead. What can you do?
I'm a good ventriloquist. No one can see my lips moving.
So, are you actually here?
Simple. You need to die horribly, then tell death to fuck off.
Okay, that is useful.
1 in 10 ghosts can move objects, according to a recent poll to Geist.
Oh, okay, thank you very much for that. So, well, are
It's
you
the 21st century. Why haunt empty rooms when we can haunt electronics? I'm haunting your iPad. You bought it from my widow, you cheap bastard. You can delete your browsing history. Those videos are nasty.
fair comment, so...
I can walk through firewalls, which is ironic, as I died in a fire.
Okay, what else can
I'm
you do?
burned, which is fitting as I burned well.
Okay, thank you. What else can you do then on my iPad?
I can post online. When you were in Facebook jail last week, but couldn't see the post, that's cause Mark Zuckerberg didn't like the truth bombs I was dropping. He's deadist.
Dennis, what's that?
It's racist towards dead people.
Right.
He hates ghosts.
Okay, so you're responsible for autocorrect as well?
That's Petunia. She's the prude who haunts your phone.
You know what, I don't think people are buying this.
Go on, I'll prove it. Ask me a question.
Okay, does anyone have a question for Bernard the Ghost? Anyone got any particular questions? Go on here, must have a question. Apart from what the fuck?
What did you die of, Bernard?
What did he die of? Let's find out whether he knows.
I died in a freak accident. I was filling up the lawnmower with petrol, and my wife called me a liar. Before you know it, my pants were on fire.
Good, okay, any other questions for Bernard?
What was your wife called?
What was your wife called?
Haven't got the foggiest.
How big you do?
I was never very good at maths.
How many answers have you got in there, Johnson?
Don't know, don't care.
Okay, I want to know when you died. When did you die?
7 hours and 15 days ago. No, wait, that's Sinead O'Connor.
I do hope that's not her memorial album.
Has he got a hot tub?
Have you got a hot tub?
Haven't got the foggiest.
Oh. Okay, so, yeah, thank you very much for that, Bernard.
Well, now, I'm off to watch Undead Boxing.
Undead boxing, what's that?
Use your imagination.
Ooh, I think I should use my imagination. What do you think undead boxing is? I can just imagine it. So, in the red corner, we've got our Transylvanian champion. It's Dracula. He floats like a bat and stings like Beelzebub. And in the blue corner, our challenger weighing at 700 pounds and with a mean left hook, it's Frankenstein's monster. That's right, Jim. He got that left arm from Smoking Joe Frazier. He picked the right body parts for this round. Vampire versus monster. The stakes have never been higher. That's just in case Dracula escapes. Ding ding! Round one. And Frankenstein's come out fast. He swings and he's missed. Dracula has turned into mist. Oh, Frankenstein's caught Dracula with the cross. That's illegal use of a crucifix. Oh, Dracula's caught Frankenstein now, and Frankenstein's on the ropes, and he's down and out for the count. For the count! Oh, that setup for that one cheap pun. How desperate must I be? So, scientists have found traces of drugs in our rivers and our fish, and it does make me wonder. Are the crayfish twins dealing? It's the Godfather muscling in. And is that why fish have scales? Another cheap one. But then there must be an underwater underworld, especially in the River Trent. There must be so much shit in there. You know when Godfather's dealing seaweed and everything. And I think he goes, you're messing with me, and you'll sleep with the fishes. But we are fishes. Okay, wise coin. You'll sleep with the humans. Bag him up. And I'm convinced that's why there's so many goldfish available at the fair in plastic bags. They don't want to piss off the fuckload of drugs. Not quite a few tonight as well. But yeah, so I normally finish my set by saying that I used to be in a rock band. We toured the Far East, Singapore. Juggle this shit too. However, there's a reason for that, and that reason is because I was actually on the X Factor. Now, this bit is completely true, absolutely completely true, and that is precisely why there's a cushion here. All prepared for John the behind. Okay, so yeah, I genuinely was on the X Factor. This is. If you remember the very first series of the X Factor, all the way back in 2004, there's a chicken clucker on there. He was really shit, and he's invited back on the final because he was actually shit. It was embarrassing and funny. Okay, I sang my mate's karaoke at the wedding, and they went, "No, you're shitter than him. You've got to go on the X Factor next year." So I did, and I honestly didn't think I'd be asked to sing 2 songs. So I'm going to sing you the very first song. In 1 second, So yeah, the very first song I sang was I'm leaving all love, just as in my heart. This doesn't make it now. I'll be rocking to the song goes on. I'm leaving all love. Guitar. Yeah?
This is real.
That is indeed real. Okay, and it was shit. Okay. It was so shit, I got silver medal for most out of tune on the X Factor. How shit I was. So it was so shit, it made the TV advert in Ireland. I never got to see that, but I met people who said they'd seen me on the advert for the show in Ireland. Okay. But of course, it was actually, I thought there's no way I'll be asked to sing a second song, so I didn't learn the second song. That was me. I should have done. I had to actually. They said no, you do need a second song, so I had to scribble it on a sheet of paper. And so the clip you can find of me on TV is reading off a sheet of paper and singing this next song. It's a kind of magic. It's kind of magic. One dream, one goal, one life, one chance, one golden glance of what should be. It's a kind of magic. So yeah. I've memorised a few of the lyrics. Do you know how I've memorised those lyrics? Like people saying, I've got to watch that clip on TV. I always show you that clip of me singing and really embarrassing myself on national TV. So yeah, if you want the proof, read X Factor auditions. I'm at 5 minutes in. This is what Simon said about me.
Ludicrously bad.
You don't think it was any good then?
No.
Oh.
Dare to listen up.
Oh. So yeah, that is exactly what I'm saying. So yeah, now I want to see.
background or something?
What? Yes, I've got there are funnier jokes in there. I'm not playing the entire clip. You have to go home. That's your homework. Go home and watch the rest of it. But obviously, that is a big build-up to what's happening next for the finale of the show. Now, obviously, people notice that this title of the show is Artificially Intelligent Procrastinating Pundits. What topic have we not covered yet? Procrastination. Okay. Now the reason we've not covered that is that this was actually going to be a two-man show. Unfortunately, another person dropped out. He procrastinated so much. So I thought I'm going to write something about procrastination, and that's exactly what I've done. And Jonathan, you really will need that question. This is Keep Feeding Procrastination from the Human League. We've got some fantastic other shows happening at the festival. Simon Lomas is coming up here in half an hour's time. Very good comedian from Manchester. And at 6:30 we've got George Copper. 8 p.m. we've got Peter Brown. All tickets are £6 for all the shows which Late Stage Comedy putting on, not just here but at Bunkers Hill and the Navigation. There's loads of shows all over Nottingham, loads of other venues. So you've got leaflets on your chairs, there's leaflets and flyers at the back of the room for any other shows you want to see. Do come along and have a good laugh. Thank you very much. Oh, you want to leave a review for the show? Scan that code, leave an online review. Don't review the singing.
You want another song? Yeah.